So now we're on Kronos, which is easily the most difficult planet movement-wise. On the first challenge here, it's important to be as quick as possible to get these guys to spawn at the correct spots. So the first thing we'll do here is charge forward but move towards the left to avoid the shots from these guys. During this charge, equip the shotgun, charge, shoot, turn around, charge, shoot, turn around, charge, and during this, equip the flail, charge again, and you want to stop around here because this is the ideal spot for setting up the flail cancel that we're going to use to get up this wall. So important to note is that you sort of want to do the R1 triangle input around here and then do your first X input around here. And what I have found to be the easiest way to get up here is sort of to wait out the X inputs, but the most important thing is to wait out the square input depending on how fast you press the X inputs, because if we press square too early, we'll just go down here and then you sort of have to restart all over. So let's see here. So I'm going to show you when you do it like the quick way, when you just double tap square right away. So XX square, so I wait out quite a bit with the square input, but then you also have like the option of doing XX square. And when we get up here, you want to just tap R1 to get the weapon out so we don't ledge grab here. Walk up here, double jump, and side jump up here. Charge, hyperstack or hyperstrike and jump, and then mark these nodes. So if you do not do this challenge fast enough, the bots will spawn up here. So that's why you want to do everything as fast as possible. So let's do that. So equip the shotgun, turn around. Or you can equip the flail here. And while these bots are hacking, equip the rhino, equip the flail, equip the sniper, and then equip by just pressing triangle the flail. Because now we're going to do the most difficult flail cancel in the game. So here we'll start off with the wrench out. So we're going to tap triangle until we get the flail out. And it's quite important to not move because we only have this tiny distance to work with. And it's also important to note that you cannot choose the flail through this menu or the weapons menu or by pressing R1, because then we're not going to be able to do our flail cancel in a real run. So you have to be quite quick here, like by charging and doing the R1 triangle, but then you want to drag out the X inputs and the square inputs as much as possible. So as you can see, we don't have too much to work with, but if you don't want to do this, you can just do the grind rail option, and which doesn't really lose too much time. The only downside is that one of the bots will be over here, and we need both the bots inside the arena for shell shock to spawn. So just shoot the rhino. Again, you have two options here. Either you can do a flail cancel up here so you can get enemies earlier, or you can just stay tight down here and kill them from here. It's only a matter of seconds between the two options. So I'm going to show you the quickest way. And this takes a lot of practice. And you can look upwards here to see when the enemies will spawn and time it perfectly. Then we have enemies such a grind. Before we did a flail cancel up here, but this angle is quite difficult to get correctly with a flail cancel. So instead, I have started mine clipping, which is also faster. So all you do is turn around, equip the mine launcher. This right here is the sweet spot for the mine clip. Anywhere else is going to be really difficult or not work. So line it up as close as possible, look it down as much as possible, shoot, walk under, jump. From here, charge forward, glide into this wall a tiny bit to sort of eat the charge, because otherwise you will sort of slide over here, and you really do not want to clip here because this is 10 times more difficult than just clipping here. So just put it as close as possible and jump. Then from here you want to charge, shoot, and here you can either just choose to flail as quick as possible, or you can choose the shotgun and flail during the charge. So I'll have both these weapons ready, and then we'll just do a flail cancel and jump over here. And then you're done. Then for this challenge, you just want to, like, we're supposed to kill the enemies here, but just charge towards this point and double jump, square, and we'll just hyper stack up, and the elevator will go down just like that. Equip the flail. Here we'll do an over the edge flail cancel. The only difference is that you press square. Kill these enemies, because these guys cannot have any targets because they're going to spawn over here, but I think if they have like enemies or targets left, they will go backwards and you lose a lot of time. So try to clear these enemies out. Otherwise, if it's too difficult, just move on. So from here, charge, equip the mine. Here's the sweet spot again. This is more difficult, this is more difficult. Put it as close as possible. Jump under. Oh, whoops. Jump under. Charge towards. Equip the flail. Bada bing. Charge. Kill these guys. Bada bing. Charge up here. Or do a flail cancel up here. You will have the mine out here. And what I have found to be most successful to avoid the bots from spawning here but walking all the way backwards is doing a mini charge cancel here. Just like this. And there's two things that can happen. Either the bots spawn right here, or they spawn behind here. And if they spawn behind here, you have to wait for them to get around, because otherwise if you mark the nodes, it's not going to work. So let's try this out as fast as possible. I choose the flail, jump up here, kill this guy, then kill these guys, then equip the mine. And then I recall them. I just press downwards. And as you can see, they don't move backwards. Equip the rhino, equip the flail, equip the sniper, and then have the rhino ready. And then you're done. So now this is just an easy shell shock challenge. Just charge, and then you have sort of like a lag jump, so just spam X. Oh, whoops, I messed up. Move forward a tiny bit and then charge. Shoot when he's sort of above the gate, because otherwise you'll just miss and you'll have to wait again. You only have to sort of keep track of one spawn here, and it's this one right here. And then you're done with this challenge. Here's another flail cancel up the wall. Here I would recommend spamming X as fast as possible, but waiting with square, because it's sort of the easiest way of getting up here. And as you can see, if you angle yourself a bit too much to the right, you can easily get up and then fall down right after. So same thing here to avoid ledge grabbing, double jump up here. And here you want to charge and you want to land on this edge and to sort of get a lag jump. And I'm not exactly sure how it works, but when you sort of charge, fall from a height, you can jump after and still keep the momentum from the charge. And another thing that's really important to note is that you do not want to hold the left analog stick in after you have charged. So you sort of get up here, charge, and then you can just spam X as much as you want to get the lag jump over here. Otherwise, if you fail, you can just do a flail cancel over. Then here, you sort of want to charge towards just this general direction. But if you go too much to the right, you will trigger the respawn point for these bots because they always respawn on like elevators and that kind of stuff. And then you will bonk into one of these robots and you'll go down and lose a lot of time. So try to like go for this angle, but try to avoid going too much to the right. So we'll land around here and then wait out the square input to get over here. Equip the mine because we need it for the next challenge, and then during your charge here choose the sniper like that, and then you're done. So now for the most difficult challenge. You don't really want to move around at all, just sort of try to aim towards this direction, and after you sort of aim towards this direction, you can move a tiny bit forward, but try to charge right away. Look to left, lag jump, and here you want to have this angle. This is the angle you want. And I would recommend going a bit more right than left, because what we're going to do is charge and shoot right before this laser wall. And for some reason, I don't know why, but it just works. When you charge, shoot, and sort of fall down, you can clip through these laser walls or laser barriers. It's possible to mine clip, but it's really difficult because you don't really, like, as you can see, there's a big hole between here. But this is the most sort of difficult clip, so I'll try to show you. So I look over here, I try to aim towards here, shoot right before, and I clip through. And then I equip the mine, and this is just a closed mine clip right here. And something to note is that you need to be fast, because otherwise these spots will spawn here, but we need them to spawn there so that shell shock starts or spawns and we can kill them. So just try to clip as close as possible. Bada bing, bada boom, charge towards the middle, equip the rhino, or the rhino will be equipped, shoot the rhino once, shoot the sniper once, and you're done. So, like, there's different ways you can go about with the clipping through the wall by charging and then shooting, but I find my setup to be like quite consistent, so you just need to practice that a lot. And if you're new, I would also restart the challenge, because then you have more time until the bots respawn. But yeah, that's Kronos.